All right. As far as injuries, nothing too major. I think Eddie Goldman had a thigh, but other than that, nothing too much. Deion Bush was an illness pregame. So, go ahead.
First half, Matt.
Yeah.
9 total yards, 2 first downs, and 8 penalties.
Yeah.
What just
Just really sloppy, extremely sloppy. I don't know how many drives there were in there, but I feel like a lot of them were negative plays on first down. So the next play that occurs, it's 2nd and 15. It's 1st and 20 with a penalty, 1st and 10. If you think you're going to do that coming into a place like this with the defense that they have with that front line, you're not going to be in good shape. And that's what happened, and the results showed it. It was, the score felt a lot worse than what it was, so we just got to be better.
what changed in the second?
We stayed ahead of the sticks on first down. I mean, it was as simple as that. That'll be the first thing that I'm going to look at when I watch tape.
You were able to hit some deep shots too. Did they change it coverage-wise to open that up?
No, they didn't. No, there was, I think when you look at that, there's the ability to, when the run is a threat down and distance-wise, you can take shots with play action, and that's some of that. When it's 2nd and 15, it's hard to do a play action pass.
You guys were ahead of the sticks on the first play.
Yep.
After the 2nd and 6, it seemed like you were going to get past that first down.
Yeah.
Trouble. Then you take a negative play.
Right.
What did you sense though early? I mean, just right out of the gate, like maybe it was going to be.
Yeah. No, we felt like we were we wanted to just get that rhythm going and get those first downs, kind of like we did it last week early on, but we just couldn't get it going, and it snowballed. It really did. It just snowballed. It was one thing after the next, and it's again just not what can happen. We can't have that.
Matt, how jarring is it to see where your team is at right now?
Well, it's frustrating for all of us. It's not what we wanted or where we know we should be, and so that's where it's at. But we gotta do everything we can to stick together and to make sure that we keep fighting. I will say this. It's no consolation prize, but the guys fought till the end. And so being down like we were, 19-0, they never gave back, and I appreciate about that. I appreciate that part, but it doesn't mean anything really for the win-loss.
You guys are still in the game. You have a 2nd and 9 and screened to David
Yeah.
in front of the bench. What did you see in front of him had to call?
Yeah, it's again, it was one of those games where something like that. I mean, David is all the players that we have. I mean, he knows that he can catch that ball, and there was some green grass there. Our lineman got out. It was a 2nd and 9, so that, they're thinking pass downfield, so they're going to rush, pop him with a screen, and just didn't get it. So we got to go on to the next play, and we know. I appreciate how hard he's been running the football, and he wants it a lot.
I think there were 8 penalties in the first half.
Yeah.
4 of them were neutral zone infractions.
Yeah.
You don't see these things coming, I see, but what do you attribute that type of stuff?
I know what it was too. It wasn't. It wasn't. There was some stuff to that, so I'm not going to get into that.
The center was manipulated.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Again, I'm not going to get into all those all that.
Coach, even though you were down tough in that first half, but you give it a 5 and a 4. Do you think at that point maybe this thing could turn around and become the glass hand situation or have full series of 15 after a game like this?
Yeah, I mean that we felt like we were already talking about our 2-point play that we had. We were ready to go down there, get the touchdown, go for 2, regardless whether they kicked a field goal and made it an 8-point game or whether we scored. We were going to go for 2, and unfortunately we didn't get the ball back. I hate to our defense. I thought there was a couple times throughout the game they made some plays, but again overall it was a bend but don't break in the first half. They gave up field goals, and we would take that 2 field goals to 1 touchdown. We just didn't get that touchdown. So, I do want to use that and as much as we can.
Yeah, what was your sense of Mitch in the first half? Obviously, a lot of things went wrong around him, but he wasn't able to get things going.
Right. Well, it's again, it was us as a unit, just overall, whether it was the offensive line, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and the quarterback. Just in general, we didn't fast start or start fast. Excuse me. We need to start faster. And when we play from ahead, right, and we give our defense a chance to go out there and pin their ears back, that will really help us. And that didn't happen.
Overall, what did you think of Mitch's game? And when things are not going
well. You know, there's sloppiness. Can you look to him to, you know, elevate it and make sure that
R-
he can cover up? For
Right. That's kind of what we're looking at now, and we're working through all that. I don't think we had a whole lot of plays. There was a lot of 3-and-outs early on. So the rhythm and you know, trying to get the run game going and some play passes, and then being able to, we had, you think you have one there on the sideline with A-Rob, and I think he just was out of bounds that second foot. So it's just like you finally get a 3rd and long. They had a great scheme up front with some of the things that they did. And you finally get one, but no, he's out of bounds. So we just didn't have a lot of plays in that first half.
And how much of their pressure, Matt? That's a good
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. You go back there and stand back there when there's pressure. That's not easy. So again, it's a credit to them up front, their defensive line. I was here again when the Eagles drafted Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, and those are 2 really, really good football players, and they showed it today.
Did you give any consideration to changing at quarterback, or did you feel like Mitch was not part of it?
No, just I didn't. I think for all of us, we knew that where we were, that we can collectively just be better. So.
Did you see Ertz get up in Fuller's face on the touchdown early, and was there, you know, is that
I didn't. I asked the ref, and he said that they already had looked at it and said it was clean. So I thought our guys were saying they thought there was some stuff there. Our players felt that, but I didn't see it personally, and then they didn't show. I didn't see a replay.
I know when you score that first touchdown, you know, some school thought that if you go for 2, it makes it 11. Is it just too early in the game?
Yeah, we said we thought it was too early. Yeah.
Matt, late in the 3rd, I know you probably expect a lot more possessions, but late in the 3rd, you get 44, they're 44. What was the thought process of the sequence, because the 3rd and 6 to Allen that went into the
I liked the way that our defense was playing at that time. Trust me, I thought about it. I really, really wanted to go for it there. I did. But I had to pull back from the way our defense was getting stops. The field position was pretty imperative for us at that point. I thought we could back them up and then get a stop, get the ball back. So I did think about going for it, and it took a little bit for me to not.
What are you learning about your guys on a week-to-week basis at this point, considering the offense is not
Yeah.
getting over 200 points?
Yeah. I'm learning right now that our team is very, very strong. Very strong. They're built tough, and we're being challenged right now. It's not easy. We hate it. It sucks. But it is what it is, and we gotta just rally around each other. We gotta support one another. We know it's not where we want to be, and there's different parts to it everywhere. So again, we're being as tested as we ever wanted to be, but we'll see how we respond to it.
What was your perspective on the final drive? The Eagles milked over 8
Sure.
minutes on the clock. They convert 4 third downs. What would you say?
This is probably the same thought as everybody else is. We're getting after them, and then they get those 3rd down conversions. It kind of just breaks you a little bit, but our guys kept fighting and getting us to that position. And you got to give credit to Doug and those guys. That's a good football team. They had their struggle. They fought through it. They got their win last week. Now they got 2 in a row. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for them. But credit to them for making those plays.
On that last kickoff, Matt, do you want Shaheen to try to advance that, or do you want
No, just catch the ball and let's go from there and see what we can do. It was going to be difficult, but you'd like to see that be caught.
You talked about Mitch's body language and vibe.
Right.
What did you see from him, especially when it was bad in the first?
Yeah, no, I thought he controlled himself really well. I really did. I was proud of him for that. It's not easy in those elements to do that, and when there's a bunch of 3-and-outs. But he was great on the sideline. He was great on the bench. He was really good with Rags, our quarterback coach, and so that part was good to see.
That last third down throw went to Shaheen and ended up being your last offensive play. What was supposed to happen on that play? Because it looked like a favorable matchup for him, but he's obviously not carrying much depth on the third ball. I mean, was he where he was supposed to be?
Yeah, everybody was fine. I mean, it was for us. We felt good with everything, and they just some of the stuff that they showed us made him make that throw. So good. Good.
Are you concerned about where the defense is going? Was that something that you might take a further involvement in?
No, not at all. No, I think the defense is playing well. Yep.
Yeah, just bad plays on first and second down, not being in third and manageable, hurting ourselves, not doing the simple things, and then credit going against a good defense. So when you hurt yourself and you don't create positive plays, you put yourself in a tough position. And good defenses like that are going to tee off with the rush, challenge you with man coverage, which they did, and we just didn't make enough plays.
What was the conversation about that?
Yeah, basically we just got to be better on first and second down. We can't hurt ourselves, make the play, just each man do their job. We know what we're seeing out there. It was exactly what we expected. I mean, there's always a couple new things they throw in there, but for the most part, they challenge us up front and they challenge us on the outside. And I should have done a better job in the first half, just putting the ball in areas where guys can make plays. And overall, I mean, we just hurt ourselves. They made more plays than we did. We got outplayed in the first half. But we made some adjustments and kept fighting the second half. So you're proud of their resilience, but at the end of the day, it's still not enough, and we know that because you feel like this afterwards. So.
Which when you talk about putting the ball in the right places, Matt talked about collective sloppiness all around, but for you in particular, anything that was behind accuracy, if that's what you're pointing to here?
Yeah, I feel like there was. I mean, they had the pass rush going a little bit, and they were teeing off in the first half, which getting the run game going in the second half, and the play action game helped slow that down a little bit. But for the times that I did have vision, I felt like I could have maybe put it in a different spot than when I did. And when you have a rush like that, going like that, you just got to get the ball out quick, and you got to be able to beat man coverage. And so I think we can all be better in different areas, and I'm just going to look at myself to see where I could put the ball in different places on film and come back and try to improve. But we got to win our one-on-one matchups, and I got to be more accurate.
Mitch, for the first drives of the games have been tough for you guys this year. You get the 4-yard run right away, and then Jordan came back, David came back on that second play. What did you see in that sequence that kind of led to the going backward?
You're talking about the runs?
Yeah, in the second and third time, just in that first series.
Yeah, to start the game. First play, I mean, we're not moving the line of scrimmage, not getting a positive play, and that hurts when you're second and long or whatever. And I think we had another run, and it just gets stuffed. So you'd like to set the tempo early on in the game, moving the line of scrimmage, creating holes. But sometimes you got to give credit to them. They came ready to play the first couple plays, and we didn't. And then on third down, it was man across the board. We didn't make a play. They did. So we just got to come out better. We got to come out faster. We got to come out with a different attitude, kind of like we did the second half with the little chip on our shoulder. And I think if we start the game like that, we'll give ourselves a better chance. But right now we're not giving ourselves a chance starting like that and just putting ourselves in bad position.
What did you see on the deep ball to Gabriel?
Yeah, just a play we've had in for a couple of weeks. I've been asking for it, just a little movement, let T. Gabe run, and I just put it out there. And when you see him wide open like that, you just want to make sure it gets there to him. So he made a big play, and it was a spark our offense needed. And when you have a play like that, then you start to get that confidence, you get that belief that you can come back and are still in it. So we were able to score, but we got to do more of that, obviously.
How you had A-Rob then on the right side on another shot. What happened on that?
It looked like he had it, and then he didn't. So gonna have to watch that on film. You just get one-on-one on the outside, and you're like, I'm going to chuck this up to A-Rob, and hopefully he comes down with it. It looked like he had two hands on it. I don't know if the corner hit her or not, but if he did, that's a good play by him. But, yeah, it's one-on-one matchups. You have that one that was so close, and then early on in the game, I threw him like an outcut, and it looked like his foot was just out of bounds. So those are tough plays that you wish would go our way, so you kind of can get things rolling. But when you don't, you're not making the play, so it's not good enough.
The screen to Montgomery.
Yeah.
If he catches it, how far is it?
We'll never know. We'll never know.
The play after that ended up being the last offensive play of the game. What did they show defensively that led you to going to Adam on the short play?
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about running and leaving the pocket. I should have put myself in gun, not under center. And I was looking deep, and it looked like the guy was jumping on T. Gabe's route. And I thought Adam was free, so I just tried to get it to him in the flat. But it wasn't a good play, so I got to be better.
In games, how are you processing when things
Mhm.
It's like the snowball effect.
Yeah, you're just looking for that one or two plays to kind of turn things around, and you gotta feel where the guys are at, and maybe go back to a simple play that we're really good at or the guys are confident with, just to kind of turn things around. But you got to have those conversations on the sideline and be real with each other and just figure out where we're at and how we could change things. Because obviously we don't want to play poorly like we did. We don't want to perform like that in the first half. And put ourselves in tough positions. You want to stay ahead of the chains. You want positive plays. You want to score a lot, and you don't want to feel like this after the games. So on the sidelines, you're trying to find solutions basically to how we can spark this offense to get going. Because usually it just takes one first down for us to get going. So and that usually comes just being good on first and second down. So it could just be getting back to the simple things, keeping this easy, keeping it simple, go fast, and let our guys roll. But, yeah.
And with that being said, when we walked into the locker room today, you and a lot of your teammates almost had this disbelief look on your face. Can you evaluate where you guys are at this point of the season? What do you feel?
We just don't like losing.
Is there a sense too, Mitch, that with all the expectations, not just for the team, but for yourself individually, where that frustration is right now that you guys aren't kind of meeting these?
Where the frustration is, it's losing. It's not playing up to what we know we're capable of. It's making simple mistakes. It's getting out executed, getting outplayed. When we know we're capable of much more, when we know we have more inside of us, when we know we're talented, but we're still coming up short. And I mean, there's a lot of just the really simple things that we did last year that we do in practice that on game day we're coming up short, and that's why you have this crappy feeling, and that's where the frustrations come. And I mean, losing sucks, and you could tell we don't like it, and that's why it sucks.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you. Thanks, Mitch.